How's it going, everyone? And I know it's been a while, but I finally came back. I haven't hit King of Games in like 2 seasons, but I did, and I do have some games that I want to show off. First off, this is going to be with the skill Cyberstyle, a skill exclusively to Zane, and it was a pretty fun deck that I played around with. The basic idea of this deck is, take advantage of cards that lose life so that you can bring out your Proto Cyber Dragons and use and tribute some of them for strong monsters. First, let's go over the monsters. So I decided to play Jinzo. It's a level 6. It gets rid of all the traps. Amazon is really relevant right now in the meta, so for the Wall of D, Treacherous Trap Hole, they're all threatening cards, but Jinzo solves that problem. And I chose Prime Material Dragon as our next monster because, again, really good defense as well as attack, 1 tribute, and it prevents destruction effects such as Super Rush Headlong and Treacherous Trap Hole. And it's a beater, so pretty good. Got 1 Treeborn Frog, and because Cyberstyle can only be used once per duel, so sometimes it's nice to have like something else to tribute. So if, let's say, you have to use your Cyberstyle early, you'll have a backup plan in order if you draw another tribute summon monster in your hand, and Treeborn Frog will help you summon it. Well, as it combos with the enemy controller, which you have right there, which I'll get into in a second. Next card, Spear Karibo. It protects the monster. If I had a third enemy control, I would probably put it in, but that's what Spear Karibo does. Also, Element Surprise, force them to overextend, as you would see that I have in one of the clips, and yeah. Got Amazoness Queen, another 1 tribute monster, can't be destroyed by battle. You can stall with it, really good. Now this one is Mefist, the Infernal General. It's an old card, very low attack, but its effect makes up for it. The Piercer, and it can take a card out of your hand, so let's say you have Cosmic Cyclone, get rid of the back row, and you can summon him, get rid of a card in your hand, which puts your opponent at a big disadvantage. And the last monsters we have is 3 Dekoichis. The reason why I played is because good stats, and it combos well with Spike Shield with Chain and Draw Power so that we can get the cards that we need. Cosmic Cyclone to remove back row as well as trigger our skill. If we don't have enough life points and they have a full back row, we can just use Hey Trunade, get rid of them. Play 2 Chalice because, random monsters effect can always be threatening and you want to get rid of them. 2 Econ, very good card. Play that 2 because it's semi-limited, obviously. Has synergy with the Proto Cyber Dragons as well as with the Treeborn Frog. And we got a Treacherous Trap Hole because we're very low on trap cards, and it's a very good card, And we have Spike Shield with Chains, which stays face up on the field as you activate it. It allows your Dekoichi to survive an attack as well as deal some chip damage. And yeah, it's pretty much it. It's a pretty fun deck. For the extra deck, I just chose random fusion type monsters. Yeah, pretty much fun. You can test a whole bunch of stuff with this deck. So if you have a favorite level 6 monster such as Monarchs stuff, you can try that out. Enough of that, let me go into the games that I played the KOG rank up in KOG. Right, our first matchup is against the Joey Wheeler. If I remember correctly, this was a Last Gamble deck. Last Gamble Venus deck. Right, we start off with nothing in our hand, but that's okay. Because of our skill, we're able to always have a monster. I really like this skill because it's like the new buff trap. But you don't have to rely on a single card. As you see here, we're low on monsters. I just use my skills just so that I can protect my life points because I have Spike Shield. Right here, I immediately use Treacherous so that he does not use his skill again. Activate another Cosmic Cyclone. And I just attack. Out of resources, so he decides to gamble. Pulls a 3, he draws cards. Attacks, activates the Spike Shield with Chain. Another one adds 1,000, adds 1,400, 2,500, and which is enough to deal damage to his life points. Since he gambled, he's only at 100. Pretty funny game. Because without the skill, you saw we didn't draw a monster, so we basically took him out with the Proto Cyber Dragon. Right, the next matchup is against Odeon. You can all guess what he's playing. Alright, we're going second, so we get to draw an extra card, which is always good. So right off the bat, we have 2 protection cards, disruption card, and a tribute monster. We have another protection card. That's it. I use a Chalice to disrupt him so he doesn't get his plus. Activates Amazon's Onslaught. And he thinks he's got me here, but he wasn't expecting to spear Karibo because I do have a card face down. Top deck the Hey Trunade, which returns probably his trap card back to his hand. Because of my skill, I swarm the field with Proto Cyber Dragons and abuse it with enemy controller. And I'm not worried about his Amazon's effect because this is a spell/trap card. Vanishes, but I don't care. Using his monsters to finish him off. This shows the synergy with the enemy controllers. Such a good card. It's probably a must in here as you get a free monster. Tribute. Take. Go for aggressive plays. This next match is against another Joey Wheeler. Are we going second again? He plays Field of Warriors.
Duel.
As you can see, he starts off with the Amazoness Princess opening, searching out his Onslaught, sets 2 in the back row. I set my Dekoichi along with my Cosmic Cyclone and Chalice. He activates the Onslaught, plays it. I immediately banish it because I know which one it is. Fight Shield just to protect myself. And Chalice to prevent the damage taken. Princess attacks just to get his effect off. And because of that, he takes some damage. Now he forgets about the biggest weakness is because Amazon's Queen cannot destroy it. I'll always be able to deal free damage. He activates Treacherous and Prime Material saves me from the damage. And he scoops because of his Amazoness Princess. Connection failed, but we know he wasn't failed, he just raged. Right, and this one is against Mako Tsunami. If I could remember this correctly, I think it was like some Sea Stealth Gishki deck. And finally we go first in this matchup. But we start off with the Jinzo, which we'd see puts in a lot of work. I set the Dekoichi so that I can get more resources. Place 3 in the back row, and plays the Gishiki Chain. Then he gets out of Mind August. Fumi actually does wonders for him, as it weakens my monster. I set the Treeborn Frog, just to keep it in the grave. I take 2,000. Because of my skill, I'm able to bring out 2. Because of Jinzo, I lock up his back row. Decides to attack my Proto Cyber Dragon for some reason. And because of that, I attack. He can't take. As his C stealth attack is negated because of Jinzo. For our final matchup against a Joey Wheeler, which I believe it was Last Gamble Battery Man. And as you can see, we start off with Prime Material Dragon. It sets 1, turn. And I set 2, set 3. I immediately activate the Cosmic Cyclone. I flip up. I set another card. Play Cyber Style, and here's where Mefist comes into play. He minuses a card, which is devastating for him. I get rid of a Cosmic Cyclone. I tribute for my Prime Material Dragon. Now he can no longer Last Gamble. Luckily tops deck Industrial Strength. Does not use this effect because of my Prime Material. And Spike Shield helps me run it over. And I just attack for game. That's it for the replays that I saved with this I played. I wouldn't say it's really competitive, but it's a lot of fun. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of the clips that I showed. Good the rest of your day, and goodbye.